Welcome back to the KickNPost YouTube channel and podcast. Keep saying that. Still haven't put it on the podcast. But welcome back. Teal and Steel, episode 9, week 9 of the NFL. And this is the first week. One of us are on bye.
Yeah.
So the Steelers didn't lose this week.
We didn't lose. It was a great week. Only dubs over here. That's
Only
a dub
dubs,
for me.
only
That's
dubs.
a dub.
I just see a bunch of memes where it was like bye week 34, Steelers 9. And I was like, damn. They're really cooking them boys. But you see the lights are teal this week. I don't know if y'all have been picking up, but outside of the holiday theme,
Pretty much like the past 6 weeks, we've been putting random colors because neither one of our teams have been worthy of putting our colors
or
up
orange
there.
because it's October. You know,
Yeah.
scary season.
Yeah.
But
we finally got it up here. Look at them boys go. And I bet on them. I bet on the Raiders too, and they folded 17-0. Come on, man. Come on.
17, yeah, 3-6 now,
They just need to keep throwing the ball to Devontae. It worked the first drive.
and the second, and the third. But he had
He should have had 20 catches for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
he went 6 for 145 and 2 TDs.
Yeah, he had double-digit catches.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They should have just kept feeding him because eventually they stopped.
I don't know, but nobody was guarding him. So I'm still perplexed on how we won this game. I don't know how it came
I am
together.
too because I got shafted out of $5. I am too. I've been undefeated all year, and then
It looked like a lock.
It looked like a lock. I thought it was a lock.
After the first half, I stopped paying attention. I almost sent you 5. I was busy working. That's the only reason you didn't get the 5 before the end of the game. And then I had this person at my job who's also a Jags fan, and he was like, "I think we're winning," and I was like, "There's no way."
He said, "That's cap."
I was like, "Come on now." And then he tried to check his phone while he was with someone. I was like, "Hey, bro, chill."
Nah, if I was you, I'd have been like, "Hold up."
And then
I gotta use the restroom.
he's like, "We actually won." And I was like, "Huh? Somebody get hurt? Like,
Yeah.
where was Josh Jacobs?"
I was so surprised too because you randomly texted me. You're like, "By the way, we won." And I was like, "Did y'all?"
You thought I was trying to finesse.
Because I saw Devontae. You texted me about Devontae going crazy, and
I said first drive, 6 catches, 88 yards, and a TD.
So then I looked at it and I'm like, "Oh, I was right." Just as I predicted. And then you hit me with that text, and I'm like, "What happened? what went wrong?" But you win some and you lose some. Unfortunately, I've taken some L's. Oh wait, that was my first one. We're gonna bring it back. Don't worry. After this video, before this video ends, we're gonna come up with another one for this week, and I'm gonna be back on track.
Maybe it's my time for the hot streak. Maybe I'm
be back
racking
on
up the
track.
big bucks for Christmas.
Because this man tries to get too cute.
I didn't. I ride with my boys, and they showed out. Hey man, I need a Travis Etienne jersey. I really do. Love
Sure.
Trevor, but I need a Travis Etienne jersey.
No, I agree.
This man
I
looks so good running the ball. You need a Pickens jersey.
I need a Pickens jersey.
We know that. Yeah, but how at the beginning of the year did they have this man really splitting touches with James Robinson?
Now that you mention, because I remember in the beginning of the season, I was like, "Oh, it's cool, it's whatever," and then I see James Robinson, and then I see Etienne have a full workload, and I'm like,
I told you. I said he looks more
But
explosive.
I agreed though. I agree that he was more explosive. I just thought that James Robinson had a role, and I'm like, well, not really, I guess. What James Robinson was supposed to be better with Etienne about, Etienne had more burst. He hits the hole harder and faster.
Yeah, exactly.
James Robinson, I mean, he could hit it, but going slow as hell.
It doesn't look good. It didn't
Doesn't
look
look
good.
good.
So the first game against the Commanders, he had 2 or 3 touchdowns, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, James Robinson's back." But if you watch the game, it's a 5-yard catch in the red zone. Etienne dropped one, and then there was a nice 20-yard run. Looked good, but again, the burst didn't look crazy. And then when we went against the Chargers, he had that 57-yard run, and everybody's like, "See?" But if you look at the 57-yard run, go back and watch it in real time. It looks like you have it at half speed.
The Jets didn't even really utilize him last game.
He got himself a little TD, but again, it was Michael Carter and him, same kind of situation.
They bring in James Robinson. You would think that Michael Carter would get the ball less, but
No.
I think Michael Carter got a little bit more of the bulk of it. So
Yeah.
if you're someone that picked up Michael Carter or have him, I feel like you're looking all right. There's a reason why the
Price Picks
Jags
disrespected him too. Price Picks had Michael Carter's rushing yards at 36 and a half.
they were facing the Bills though.
I hit that though. I just had somebody else who didn't hit. But yeah, they were facing the Bills, which that's a good discussion too, because I had something on Fliff. I think I told y'all the Seahawks to win. No, actually, it was a favorites win. It was the Eagles to win, the Bills to win, Miami to win. There's another big favorite in there. I think it was 5 favorites. $11 to win $40.
Was it the Bills that folded? Out of all the teams, too.
They were the
You think
second highest
that's the
odds.
one team that...
Yeah.
What was the first one? The Eagles?
Yeah. It was negative 840. So if you bet $1, you win like 88.84 cents.
Now, which one would you be more surprised about? If I told you that they lost to the Bills? Not lost to the Bills. The Bills lost or the Eagles lost? So Jets or pretty much the Texans. Which one would you be like, wow?
The Texans. And I think it's mainly because the Texans, I don't think, have anybody on defense like that.
To be honest, I don't think I can even really name one player.
It's Derek Stingley, which he looked decent against A.J. Brown. He played good coverage, but outside of that, it's just a good team effort. They played well for most of the game.
They did. I mean, you know who looked really good? Dameon Pierce. Man, that man looks amazing.
Can we talk about the Florida Gators for a second? This man wasn't their first string running back. Wasn't their second string running back. He was getting less than 7 touches a game at Florida. How does that happen?
I don't know. Because that man has such good balance. After contact, during contact, he won't go down.
Have you ever seen the run against Florida State that he did?
No, I haven't watched his highlights in college. I feel like I should, though.
I did post a video with his highlight in it, but hey, you go look that clip up. Type in Dameon Pierce
versus FSU.
First thing that's gonna come up is the run. No helmet. Dropping the head still. No helmet. Like his helmet got ripped off at like the 5-yard line. Breaking tackles. Head down.
Get on.
Crazy. Of course they didn't like give him the touchdown. Even though he made it into the end zone, you're not allowed to like play without your helmet. Big surprise. Right? But he was still going breaking tackles. Yeah. Monster. And I watched that run and I was just like, why is he not?
See, this is why I told you when we went to the Dynasty draft that I wish I knew what I knew now. Or not even now, but at least like a week before the draft.
Yeah.
Because I drafted Dameon Pierce in multiple leagues because all the hype. Not just because of the hype, but because I also liked him. But in the Dynasty draft, we did it like, what, 3 months before?
The thing was, people knew about the Dameon Pierce hype too in that one.
But see, I didn't.
Would you have invested that hype?
You could have been like Dameon Pierce, and I'd be like, who?
But even if you knew, would you have invested that high when you go back and check?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, maybe not what they did, for like redraft leagues or even other leagues, where he goes in like I know some leagues he went into like the 5th round, 6th round. But I'm saying like a 10th rounder, Dameon Pierce.
Was 10th in our league, boss.
I don't know if he was. I'm just saying like if he was like earlier.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, people knew. The hype was growing at that point because he got drafted by the Texans. There was a little bit of hindrance because people were worried about Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack got cut. And then
where is he playing now?
That set everybody loose. He's
in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, he's in San Fran. He might actually.
He's probably in the practice squad.
I don't even know where he's at now. He's bounced from San Fran to Denver he's been all over the place. But people were worried about Marlon Mack. And then people were worried a little bit about Rex Burkhead. And then what really set him loose was those preseason games where things went bananas in those preseason games.
I just wish I would have taken my shot at like one of these young running backs because I didn't take any shots on anyone. Dameon Pierce would have been one of the ones I would have wanted to.
My strategy, I wasn't going to do that in that league.
Well, I feel like if he was going past the 10th round, I feel like at that point in time you can throw it. A 10th rounder, 11th rounder.
No, if he was, I would have 100%. That was
so okay. So that's probably. I really want to go look now, but I'm really curious to see when he got taken.
Pull it up. Give it a look.
Because I mean, he might have. Because at that point in time, that was my first year, my first time really playing Dynasty, my first time playing fantasy football, really. And
you know what was wild?
I didn't really know him.
What? This is part of what I love about Dynasty football. He was a 2nd round, like back end first to early 2nd round rookie pick. So if you sold your rookie pick, or say you won the league, say you won your league, you could have possibly gotten Dameon Pierce at the 110 in rookie drafts.
11th round.
11th? Which part of the 11th did he go?
1109.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wish I would have, because I would have been more than happy throwing a 9th rounder or a 10th rounder at him. more than happy.
Hindsight, though. You know?
But obviously now we're gonna say
Hindsight.
this. But like I said, I drafted him even before the league started, the year started. So I feel like if I would have drafted at the same time as I did other leagues, he'd be on my team maybe.
Possibly.
But
who's to say he doesn't get drafted because of the hype by somebody else?
he would have been higher though. It wouldn't be 11th round if we did the draft at the same time as other drafts.
I was in a redraft league where he went 5th round.
Yeah, I took it one time in the 8th round in one of my leagues, and I thought that was pushing it. No, that wasn't.
Perfect. That was perfect at that point.
It wasn't at all.
They did look good with Dameon Pierce. I am a little bit disappointed in whatever's going on with Brandon Cooks. Hopefully there is something that's not just, a issue with the organization not trading him.
Speaking of like Brandon Cooks a little bit, I think we should kind of bring up Green Bay and talk about how they really did take a shot. So it was reported that they took a shot at DJ Moore for a first rounder. Is there any other things that came out, or was it just that?
It was that. It was the second, not including the 5th for Judy. It was
I thought that
Brandon Cooks. They didn't invest the money in Brandon Cooks, but they did go after Cooks as well. Now they're in the OBJ market as well, but people don't think OBJ is thinking of them that highly.
No, at this point.
Yeah.
OBJ is probably gonna ring chase, right?
No, he said he wants to find a forever home. Like he wants to find somewhere he can
Forever
buy a
home
house
for the next year or two.
He said he wants somewhere where he could buy a house.
Oh, so like when he retires in like a year or two. Got it. Yeah, I got you. I get what you're saying.
There's a lot of Cowboys talk. That would hurt Giants fans a lot. But Cowboys,
I can
Cowboys
see it.
are a good fit.
It'd be a good fit.
It's a good fit.
Casey's still in that question though, but I mean, I feel like
they
that's
went and got Tony. So
how much did they spend for Tony?
It was really cheap, but
that's
it's
what I'm saying.
just
So why not
fitting all these pieces together?
I feel like you're way too high on Tony.
No, I'm just saying, like from an organization perspective, to go and get that guy and then spend again on a wide receiver. I mean, they're technically in the market, but they're not as high as like a.
But it's easy to say like, well, OBJ has like a year left.
Oh yeah, but also the cost, like to spend. This isn't the NBA where they could just go miles into luxury tax. They paid
how much does OBJ
Mahomes
cost?
$500 million.
How much is OBJ asking for?
The reason why he ended up at the Rams last year was because of money. Green Bay was where he was going to end up. And
well,
they didn't
I think
offer him
anybody
enough.
that's going to offer him too much money is crazy. Because I mean, he's coming back from an injury. He's not currently employed for a reason.
He just cleared like as a full participant technically if he was on the real team. So.
And I mean, we'll see how he looks, and I'm sure he's OBJ. He's athletic. I'm sure he'll manage it fine. But at the same time, like 2 ACLs, other 3 ACLs, other injuries. Like, come on now, he's 29, I think. If you're asking for a lot of money, I feel like if OBJ is willing to take like a decent amount of money, I feel like Casey can still be in that
a great
conversation.
spot for him, but he's not going to go there.
Let me think. I guess.
Yeah.
Are they contending?
Technically.
So they're not doing well.
They're in the mid-range.
Two. I can't think of it.
Baltimore. It's a good spot for him, though.
I mean, it would be. I think it'd be very ideal
He's
for Baltimore.
The wide receiver
but do you think he'd want to go somewhere where you have Lamar Jackson throwing? No hate to Lamar Jackson, but I feel like he's more of a pass heavier. Like that's what he would want to see.
I think he just wants to be in a situation that's successful. And I
feel
feel
like
like
if that's his idea. Then
you become better immediately by adding him to the roster.
Oh yeah, for sure. From a Baltimore perspective,
I saw Deshaun Jackson catch a ball this week.
And Deshaun Jackson actually didn't look bad.
He had to come off because of like injury concerns and stuff. They wanted to be careful with him. Yeah,
Ah,
he played like 12 snaps, but
I saw this one route that he ran. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Man, cooked him.
Yeah,
cooked him.
I was surprised.
He's
gonna get his opportunity to show out because Bateman being out for the year. Maybe they could get him up to speed a little bit more health wise over the bye week and then set him loose on a full game.
35 years old.
He looked good.
35 years old and he's out here cooking.
Some stuff don't go away.
In out,
Some
stop.
stuff don't go away. Some stuff does not go away. But no, I think he would fit great in Baltimore.
I think so too. I mean, if Baltimore is willing to do that, I mean, like I said, I don't know if OBJ would be in the market for something like that. But if he's willing to go into a good situation and if he's wanting to be the wide receiver one, that is a great spot for him. So
he laughed at the Giants earlier in the year. Some boys 6-2.
They do need a receiver.
And they're 6-2.
You think so?
Reunion. Why not?
If I was OBJ, I'd be like, hell no.
He was in their building. We said this 3 weeks ago, and you laughed at me. But now they're 6-2.
I think it is so funny. I think the Giants being 6-2 is
Hilarious.
I think it's hilarious, and I don't think they're gonna
Numbers
keep it
don't
up.
lie.
I don't think they're gonna keep it up. They have Daniel Jones. I know you could name him, but like the wide receivers, who they got? Let me think.
I have 2 off the top of my head.
Wandale
right now.
Robinson. He's nice.
Yeah.
Young.
That's the one that I wasn't going to name. But yeah,
Kenny Galladay.
he's not even playing.
Richie James.
Okay, yep, that's one. There was one that used to play quarterback that went back to wide receiver in college.
Do I know him?
Probably not.
Who?
David Sills.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Like, come on.
He could join that wide receiver group immediately.
No, he automatically would be the best one there. Wandale Robinson's looking nice, but not there yet. But
yeah.
But we'll see.
I don't know. It depends. Again, it depends what he's looking for. And then forever home, like you said, it's a rough statement.
That's a good point, though. New York would be a nice forever home for him.
He thought that the first time around.
If we're really trying to shoot for forever home kind of places, then I guess that's what that kind of leaves out KC. You can't give KC isn't really a place where you want to live.
He's gonna have to take a pay cut.
And then Green Bay. Do you really want to live in Green Bay? It's cold.
Cheap. I'm assuming.
And then LA. I've heard some reports that he wasn't. He's already posted on social media how they kind of done him a little dirty. So I feel like that's kind of out of the question. Ooh, the Chargers.
Yeah, they have 2 injury concerns.
Keenan Allen's old.
Can they afford to pay him though?
They did spend a lot for the defensive players.
I don't know.
But they
That's
really
also a good fit.
But they really need it though. You know, Keenan Allen's old. Don't know when he's coming back. I think he just re-aggravated his ankle or hamstring. Which one was it? I think it was his hamstring.
Yeah,
but
hamstring.
He re-aggravated it. The other receiver, what's his name again? Mike Williams. He's out for. Is it for the season or is it just?
They're trying to piece things back together with him, but it's not the season.
Palmer looking okay. But he's being force-fed the ball.
Carter, Deion Carter, something Carter. He's also.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be a great spot for OBJ. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's in LA.
It is.
Good quarterback, young quarterback.
He's dealing with a lot too, though.
He could. Who?
He's dealing with a lot too with the rib injury and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He's been struggling.
I feel like that would be a spot. Number one quarterback. Not number one quarterback, but a really good quarterback. Good situation, good city. Needs a wide receiver. I feel like nobody's talking about that. Hold on, am I on to something?
You might be.
I feel like no one's ever said anything about that.
Hey, Eagles. OBJ's your wide receiver 3.
Not this shit again.
Overload.
Not
Overload.
They don't need it.
No, they don't.
You over here talking about money. You really gonna spend that much money for OBJ?
You're not gonna be able to get OBJ to buy you.
And would he want to be there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Would he be okay?
Does he want a chip? I don't know.
That's why I was asking. If he's going like ring chasing, then that's why I'm saying KC, maybe Philly,
Minnesota?
Buffalo. Minnesota could use him. Oh, maybe you're onto something.
Adam Thielen's getting a little bit up in age.
Like old as hell.
Imagine running Jay Jetta's OBJ,
Thielen in the slot.
Thielen third, and then Hawkinson. And then you still got Dalvin Cook back there. And Dalvin Cook 2.0 and Alexander Madison technically.
Now that could be a good fit. Look, we're coming up with some good fits.
I don't think he's going to go to any of them. I think he'll either decide on the Bills, the Giants, or the Rams. If I'm a betting man,
the Bills is in the conversation.
If I'm a betting man, I'm going Bills, Giants, Rams is the 3. I think those are the 3 locations. Actually, no. I'm gonna switch real quick. Switch the Rams out for the Cowboys. So Bills, Giants, or Cowboys. Those are the 3 teams I would put money on for his next location to land.
I feel like I got to go with one now too.
Okay.
Pittsburgh locked in.
It's a good,
locked
it's a
in.
good team. Forever home though. You know they don't pay receivers. You're a Pittsburgh fan. Y'all not gonna keep no receiver.
Yeah, we don't pay him. Hey, but you know who we did pay him? No, we didn't really.
You did pay him. You just didn't pay him the second time.
Who?
AB.
Oh, I was talking about Deontay.
Oh, you did pay him too.
We did pay him, but we didn't pay him like anything crazy.
Nah. He was like $47 million at the time, something like that. Which that contract is laughable now for these wide receivers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shout out to the Jags boys for winning. To come full circle.
Shout out to my boys, my Steelers. a good week.
It's a good week.
We put a lot of good work in that practice.
They bounced back. Who they play this upcoming week?
Oh, that's a good question. I can look.
Yeah, I need to see who they play. I think we play. Shoot, who do we play? I know we play the Ravens when they get back from bye. I was considering highly going to that game because I'm gonna be on vacay. It's right after Thanksgiving. So after Thanksgiving, I go on a little bit of a hiatus at work. Pump out this content. Finna put up like 2 videos a day over the holiday. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I want to get back into. That's when we should plan to refresh people on the KickNPost Dino stuff because the last one I recorded never got off of my phone.
You never uploaded it?
Nah. Do you know what's wild? You didn't even know. You didn't even know it didn't get uploaded. This is crazy.
No, I knew that. Well, how about this? So let's bet on the Jags this next week. I don't need to tell you the opponent.
The Kansas City Chiefs. I already ranted about this on the Jags schedule predictions. We went through. This was our gauntlet. What was going to be our gauntlet for these next 3 weeks before injury? We were going to play Waller and Adams, then Kelsey, then Mark Andrews in 3 straight weeks.
Yep.
And we're not great against the tight end. We're not. So.
Your gauntlet it goes a little longer than that.
But that was just like.
Oh, I'm looking at the KC schedule.
Yeah, no, their schedule is a little bit. Well, the names are big, but like we just smacked the Raiders, so.
Yeah, that schedule isn't that bad for me.
I think the Titans already got the division now, so.
They do.
And we're not in a wild card conversation, so.
The fact that the Titans were able to keep up with the Chiefs says a lot.
It's all scheming. I don't know if you saw the game, but you slow the game down, you drain the clock, you give Derrick Henry touch after touch after touch, which he still didn't even get enough touches. Malik Willis only had 10 passing attempts the whole game, and they went to overtime. Only had 10 passing attempts.
Yeah.
Mahomes threw the ball 68 times. That's the biggest discrepancy in NFL history between quarterbacks in a single game. Usually, if one quarterback has to throw 68 times, the other one's got to keep pace. They're just focused on draining the clock.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. And he didn't even get 20 carries. So it's still, again, it was literally like run, use the whole play clock, run again, use the whole play clock.
That sounds awful to watch.
Oh, no, it was awful. Shots out to Auto, though. Boy hit big on that game.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Bet that draw, the regulation, made a bag. He might actually go to like a UFC.
That's crazy. How did you even do that?
What do you mean?
Can you do that like in the mid game, or does he have to do it before game?
It was mid game. On Fliff. Shots out Fliff.
He won that much on a Fliff?
On Fliff, yeah. So Fliff, you could bet with real cash, and you could earn real cash by making bets. So of course, I think he earned enough to have like $10. And he was watching the game, and they were down by 8. And he's like, I could see Kansas City scoring, get the 2-point conversion, and then it just kind of waffling until it goes to overtime. So he
That's smart.
He saw the plus. I think it was plus 10,000 odds. So put $10 win 1,000. So he's like, shoot, it's $10, whatever. Just throw it. And then it got there, and we're like, bro, somebody finna kick a field goal. But it just kept being like, Chiefs are getting close, then they'd fall out of field goal range, and then they'd punt. And then Tennessee, with like 40 seconds left, was still trying to make something happen. So like, damn, he's about to throw a pick 6 or something. Just worked out.
That's actually crazy. I need win me a bag, bro. In the world.
Yeah. And then yesterday he won another bag. Like the Clippers were down by 13 points in the fourth quarter. He put 25 at like plus 600 odds. Hit that. Won like 250. But he made 1250 in 2 days.
That's pretty good. But I need to win this type of money. And then the Powerball hit just recently.
Yeah, it finally hit. Shots out, bro. I was tired of it.
Oh, I was too.
They don't know about the business, but
yeah, they don't know what we be doing. But
yeah, but it was.
We'll give you a little sneak peek.
It was stressful.
Powerball's annoying for us.
Yeah, it was stressful. I had both closers call out back-to-back days.
Really? Yeah. Was it because of the Powerball, or was it because?
Nah, one got the C word. I don't want it to. Apparently, if you post a C word and talk about the C word on YouTube, your video might get a little bit of a blockage. But they got the C word. I know, wild, right?
Faith, it's us.
Hey, you saying it's sus?
Hey,
he don't know what he's talking about.
It's normal. It's normal.
It's normal. But one got that, and then the other one called out. You don't watch my videos, but
don't do it.
But like, apparently he was tired.
Nah, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He's talking about his brother. He wasn't feeling very well.
Oh no, man. But yeah, it was a rough go. But yeah, now that it's won, life's back to normal. Hopefully, you know.
It was for me at least. I was worried though because this morning it was like
people weren't sure. I know because the article didn't drop fast. So everybody's like, oh.
So I was like, man, we gotta deal with this all because we had lines like you know where I'm at. We had lines all the way to like the wine area.
Yeah, I know.
It was that bad, and I was like, if I have to deal another day with this, I'll lose my mind.
My people were getting all like stressed out. The longest the line got to was like 11 people.
That's still pretty.
Again, they don't watch my videos, but come on, bro. Anyway.
And then you have the people like, never mind, I'm not going to do it.
Hey, bro, we gotta chill, because somebody finna check the video out and be like, yo, it's really... Nah, but, I was tweaking a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah, you gotta tell him.
Nah.
Y'all was tweaking. I didn't say that.
Nah.
I didn't say that. I'm also
I can't tell him. Let me get back on topic. Let me get back to what makes this fun. But... if I had hit the Powerball, hey, that's a good segment switch.
Okay.
Say you win. I will talk smack about people on this question because I was doing this all week, and people were showing me that the school system has failed them. If you won $2 billion, what would you do? First question. So, are you working another day in your life?
No.
I had some wild answers. One person told me, I got kids. I got to keep working. Bruh, do you understand what with a B $billion is? Do you understand that you could spend $1 million a day for 3 years straight and still not spend all the money? And even if you spend $1 million a day for 3 years straight, you could sell all your assets that you just spent $1 million a day and still come back with probably like $600 million. You know how difficult it is to blow that bag? Oh, my wife would find a way. What? What are you talking about?
If your wife can find a way, that shouldn't be your wife.
He said she can find a $1.5 billion house. Those don't even exist!
Is that a thing? Are we in Mars? Like, where are we at? Are we living on the moon?
You could buy a planet probably for that price.
You probably could.
What are you talking about?
So here's my thing. So I definitely wouldn't work a day in my life. Now here's the thing. I have said this in the past, and I will throw this out there. I could see myself doing something a little later down there just to do something. If I was bored or something. I'm not saying that like a job that we're doing.
You know what frustrates? Oh, you mean like this is the thing. If you are bored with $1.5 billion after taxes, or if you take the straight cash payment, which would be $1 billion most likely, and you can't find something to do with literally anything in the world to do, you still find a way to go work? You didn't let your imagination run wild enough.
I'm more talking about like later down the road. Like if I won that much money right now, could I see myself when I was like 50 or 60 wanting just to do something just to make some time go by? Not tons of time, but just to kind of put myself out there. Because the thing is if I won $1 billion right now, okay, cool. I'm going to go home, never work another day in my life. Who's with me though?
What do you mean
who's with me? Like what I'm saying is like you can have all this money, but who's going to be your friends? Who's going to be all that kind of?
You start a company and pay your friends a salary to be your friends.
I'm not going to pay my friends to be my friends.
But you could pay them so they never have to work another day in their life.
The only point I'm trying to say is that when you get into that world, I feel like you kind of lose a little bit of regular day life. You lose that a little bit. You lose your regular day conversations with people, just normal conversations. So I feel like, don't look at me like that. I feel like if you're like 20, 30 years down the road and you just want to work like one day a week, you tell me one day a week at a place that you like or a place that you enjoy, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Just to kind of have some normal interactions with normal people. They don't got to know about your life. They don't got to know about anything. You're just going to go there and just be normal.
The only way you can do that is by working?
What other ways, if you have $1 billion, can you do things normally?
You're anonymous. So first off, you do. I'm gonna give you all the spit. Obviously, people already won, right? But this is the second time in 2 years that Jackpot has gotten to $1 billion. So it's got to happen again, right? First off, go get you a lawyer. Secondly, you start a trust, right?
I wasn't knowing my answer.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, so because you said, how would you live normal? You can't live normal. Nobody knows you're a billionaire.
I feel like you say that, but it's different when you're actually in that situation. Yeah, I can sit here and say, I'm going to live my normal life. I'm going to do everything normal. Yeah, you say that, but you have $1 billion. You're going to buy yourself probably a new house. You can buy yourself a new yacht. Everything around you is
a yacht?
You could.
I'm not doing that.
You got $1 billion.
I don't magically
You spend
start
$1 million.
boats.
You spend $1 million on just a boat, a yacht. You telling me that that's too much?
No, it's not about the too much. It just my interest.
You just not gonna have it.
My interest.
Okay, whatever. I would get me a yacht.
You like yachts?
That's cool. Definitely. I don't even care for yachts, but like I could get one.
Then
I'm gonna have it.
Why not? Oh,
first of all, a boat.
You're the same man who said I don't care for one, but I'll have one. But you're gonna go back to work for a day.
I'm saying like 20, 30 years down the road. I'm saying because your life isn't going to be normal. You buy yourself a new house. You buy yourself a new car. Everything around you is going to be based off of that one thing. I feel like it'd be nice to kind of get away and be like, this is me just wearing a normal uniform doing normal shit. For one day, for a 4-hour shift. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going and putting manual labor in for a whole day. But just to go and nobody knows me, nobody does anything. I could just kind of be like everybody else for 4 hours or 5 hours in the day. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. How many people that retire go and get a job because they want something to do? Now, obviously, they're not billionaires or millionaires, but how many people do that? A lot. There's a reason why people do these things.
You know why? Because they haven't created enough interest in their life to actually
do
something.
But what you're also not understanding is I'm not just saying that it has to be like a retail job because I think that's what you're thinking. I'm saying.
No, I'm thinking
about it could be anything. It could be just like what we're doing right now. Maybe you get a couple friends together or somebody that's in this kind of world, and you can do something you enjoy. I'm not saying that it has to be something.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying it has to be.
You said you'd go out and get a job you work 4 hours a week. No, I wouldn't stop working, but I would never work for anybody but myself.
I don't know about that.
I would always...
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but what I am saying is like, okay, you make your own business. Well, guess what? You're still in that world of this is what it came out of. I'm saying it's nice to get away from all that for a few hours, and having a job kind of almost forces you to do that. And you go and you just kind of enjoy something for a few hours. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows that you're a billionaire. I mean, if you can keep it concealed. Nobody knows anything. You just go. You have this normal uniform or something like that. You look normal. Everything around you is normal. You can appreciate the normality for just a few hours.
You know what's the fun of you know what's the normality once I win $1 billion? I'm investing in projects that I believe in.
Yeah.
I have me and my friends are doing stuff that I'm not putting on no damn uniform to go to nobody's job when I'm a billionaire.
I'm not saying you can't. Okay.
Because you said put on a uniform and go live a normal life. When I say
uniform, let me clarify when I say uniform. I'm not talking about just a uniform as in like I'm putting on freaking Walmart vest and going to Walmart and stocking shelves. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is something maybe what I'm doing right now. Like I just got off work. I can kind of dress up a little bit however I want. I could put on a shirt. I could look normal. I could look like if I go to work right now or where I work, how many people are going to look like me? A good bit. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I have to have a name tag and all these type of things. I'm not saying all that. What I'm saying is I can put my clothes on, go to a place, look like everybody else, and kind of just enjoy the simplicity and the normality around me for just a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
If that's what you, I guess.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that I have to go manual labor. I'm not saying I have to go do something I don't want to do just so I can get some normality. I'm just saying that I feel like once you get in that world, you can never really see what normality is anymore. Like, you're never going to be able to like kind of be where we are now. And I'm not saying that we want to be right here, but I feel like it's not a bad thing to kind of go like, I'm just one of everybody else around me. I'm just the same. I feel like there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but like you could do that.
You tweaking,
you
bro.
could do that.
You taking what I'm saying, acting like I'm working like a whole 8-hour shit. I will have my own business. I will do things like that. But I'm not saying. But what I'm saying is, why have my own business when I'm trying to shoot for normality? And just something
because
simple.
You could still go in. Like, what are you chasing in normal life right now?
Success, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, you're chasing success, right? Your normality would be to go up the ladder and end up in a spot where you're financially stable, right?
If we're talking about like a career job wise, we're talking about a situation where you don't have to worry about that.
I know.
I'm talking about like. You have all the money in the world right now. You don't have to go back to work. You don't have to do it. Correct. You're probably going to leave this where you're at right now, get yourself a nice house or whatever. Once you get into that world, what else can you do to kind of go back to a little bit, just to have something simple? I feel like you can't have that.
Investing in people that have good ideas, right? And I don't mean just with money, but with my time, so I can make myself part of those types of projects. I enjoy volunteering.
You're talking about
I can make
projects.
I can make myself available in that regard.
Okay. Volunteering, right? I think is
something I enjoy doing.
I think volunteering is, in other words, kind of what I'm saying a little bit as well. I would take volunteering and just going to enjoy some work for a little bit is almost in that same category of I could go and spend 4 hours doing something with other people and kind of meet other people, and nobody knows where I'm at. Nobody knows what I have going on. Nobody knows anything like that. I would consider that in the same category of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're kind of going somewhere and you're seeing the base level of life, and you don't have to live on this like bougie.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You think when I say that I would keep myself busy, I'm always going to be moving in circles of people who have angel investor money. Or people who...
Because that's what you're saying. That's all you've said so far.
No, I'm saying that I am not showing up to a job or anybody's business to work. But I'm still going to keep myself plugged into people who aren't billionaires. Because I don't like those circles from this perspective. And I know how I am personality-wise. I've never shot to be in those circles. Because, some people are like, oh, when I get rich, I'm going to do this and that. And I'm going to have these types of friends and those types of friends. It's never been my motivation. So, I would still be plugged into what I consider everyday life people. I would just have more assets. And yes, obviously, when people know you have money, things change and they treat you differently. And it's not going to be easy to be normal. So I see the anonymity. The anonymity in what you're saying, right? You want to show up, you want to be a part of a group, you want to work on something, and not be like, oh, he's the billionaire. That's why he's here.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. But when you say 4-hour shift, it plugs me out. So
it's because the word shift.
Let's get it into. You would not be working for money for anybody.
No.
Right? Okay. Then we're on the same.
Well,
we're on the same
for
page.
Anybody, I don't mind having something to do when someone pays me, or it doesn't have to pay me, but someone else can be in charge.
We're back.
What are you talking about?
Why would you do that?
Why not?
Why would you go something that rigid?
What do you mean rigid?
Where you have to show up and work. For a check.
So the minute that you can choose when you go in and out, now you're no longer what I'm talking about.
Yeah, essentially.
So what's the point of everything you just said then?
Because I'm still saying connected to people. I just don't want...
Yeah, you could be connected. Okay, so yeah, me and you're going to look at it differently. Because, you're going to be doing that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no wrong answers here. But what I'm saying is I do like the aspect of there's something there's almost maybe a little bit of a responsibility, I guess. Maybe not too much. Nothing crazy. Like I said, I'm not trying to go to Walmart and work a freaking 4-hour shift, doing manual labor. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is something to occupy my time, something that I can kind of go and do something and be normal. I don't care how it happens. I don't care if someone is paying me. I don't care about any of that kind of stuff. I don't care if because obviously when you become a billionaire, you're gonna have plenty of assets. You're probably gonna maybe have your own business. You're gonna invest. You're gonna have property. Yeah, you're gonna do all those things. That's cool. So that's when you're talking about that, I'm just like, well, you're just adding another thing to that. That's how I'm looking at that. I want to do something that's almost taking me out of that world for a little bit of my day so I can see some simplicity. I don't have my hands on everything. I'm not in charge of really anything. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just here to do this one thing with a group of people around me and leave.
Let's say
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let's say this blew up and you were making enough to live off of this. Would you go work doing something else?
If this is paying enough money for...
Yes.
Yeah. I would stop working.
Okay. So I don't understand.
There's a huge difference between me having $1 billion in my bank account. It depends on how much money is making me. Because why would I do that if I'm really comfortable? Let's say 100K. Let's say I walk away $100K a year. There's a big difference between me making $100K a year and me having $1 billion. Because $100K a year, you're still in that. You're not in this world of I can go buy me a yacht. I can buy me any house. You still have to make decisions. You still have to think about these type of things. When you have $1 billion, yeah, you still have to think about it. But yeah, I can go buy me a yacht and be fine and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, but
you can't compare the two.
No.
You are really trying to compare.
Wait. No, stop. I'm not comparing the two. What I'm saying is, you're saying you would stay on this grind if you made enough from this, and you wouldn't work anymore, right?
If this was paying enough money, like this was, like if I was
because
comfortable,
you enjoy this.
Because if I was comfortable, sure, yes, I would stop my other job if this was something that took off. Yes,
but
I'm not talking
about a billionaire and you enjoy this. Why couldn't you just still do this and pretend like you're not a billionaire? How is that different?
Do you know that I'm a billionaire?
That's the angle.
Do you know that I'm a billionaire? Do they know I'm a billionaire?
Technically not. I mean, it's anonymity. That's what we just said.
So it's just me and you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You don't have to like. You don't have to start
Barstool
person. Or start ESPN because you're a billionaire. I'm just saying like you could still do this, but now you don't have to worry about we need to make this much. We need to do that much.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying very much because what I'm saying is the idea of being around people as well.
Yeah.
It's just me and you.
I mean, you could make it bigger.
I already know you.
We can make it bigger.
What else is there to know?
I
already know you.
You could. So you're saying that.
Okay, so I bring in more people that will also know that I'm a billionaire.
They don't have to know you're a billionaire.
I have to work with them like this on a podcast. This is more freedom. This is more all these kind of things.
So the only reason you're working is for the social aspect? Is that what you're saying?
That's part of it, yeah.
Okay.
That's part of it.
And I respect that, but I feel like there's other circles you could meet people and not be a billionaire and still meet people. As a billionaire.
Like I said, volunteering is not a bad one. I think you could go maybe like church, but it depends on...
You don't even have to.
Depends on what...
People who interact when they have more time, they interact like in person, in groups. You can meet people out in like public. It doesn't have to be in a work setting. And now you have more time to do that. Yeah, but I still don't think you get what I'm saying because I'm not saying that it's just the social aspect as in hanging out with people. You just want to have something
I like
that you have to show up for?
I like the idea of something where I feel like I'm normal with everybody around me for a little bit.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Something that makes me feel like, I don't know, like I'm away from all of my other stuff. I'm away from all the billion. And it's easy to say this now, by the way. Like, obviously, me and you can say all this shit, and we can talk about this for
I'm not
hours.
saying that. I'm telling you what my stance
you can say that. You can say that. Yeah. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. On God, no cat. You can say all that kind of stuff. But when you sit here and you win $1 billion, things change.
So you think I just turn everything off?
I'm not saying I turn everything off, but what I'm saying is it's easy to say everything what you're saying right now. It's easy to sit here and say, like, oh, yeah, I'll invest. I'll never work another day in my life. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. And it's easy for me to sit here and say that I would want to do something to kind of keep my life simple, which I feel like you're also forgetting. I said like 20 years down the road. I'm not saying like I think you kind of skipped over that part a little bit. I'm not saying that as a 22-year-old right now that I'd want to work. No, I wouldn't want to do that. But I'm saying a little bit down the road when you've already kind of got yourself comfortable, you've already met your people that you know, you already have your friend groups and all that. It could be nice to have that kind of level of life when you're so far away from that kind of world. You haven't worked. You haven't done anything for 20 years. It could be nice to go back and do something very simple, in my opinion. But like I said, it's easy.
Haven't done anything in 20 years?
Like as in like simplicity, normality, something normal.
So to kind of just go back and kind of live in that
just like
pre-money part of my life?
Yeah, and kind of just like bring me down a little bit. Kind of be like, okay, yeah, this is the world. Like this is what I skipped over for the past 20 years of my life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with skipping over that, but I'm just saying it could be nice to kind of see that again and look at it from everybody else's perspective.
I don't know if we think of it a little bit differently also because though it's not like obvious, we are in different parts of, technically in different stages of our life. We're like, I'm about to be 30.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
You seen that Kevin Hart video?
Yeah. Whenever I think about it, it hits me. I'm like, bro, I'm actually about to be 30. Like in 3 years, I'm 30. In 3 years, you're 25.
It's not that far apart, though.
But from like a work perspective and what you've been doing the last few years, I've been out of high school for 10 years.
4 years. 5 years, maybe.
That's a long time. They're talking 10-year reunion. So like me, I've been in the work field enough, and I know kind of like what I want, and I know you know what you want as well, right? That if I had the facilities to do that, I know what I'd go do with the cash and stuff. And the normality of like going to work and stuff, that is cool, but I find new normals. I invested in my family at that point, right? Like actually starting a family, being there for my family. I work on my passions, right? That'll never get old. That's kind of the normal I want to kind of live. That's why I look at it that way. Like I said, though,
like I get what you're saying, but it's easy to say those things until you're actually in the situation. And then you're 20 years down the road as a billionaire. Yeah, you could say that, but you're still incorrect. Like you could be a billionaire for 20 years. You don't know how that's going to feel. You don't know how that feels right now. You don't know how you're going to feel in 20 years as a billionaire. Yes, obviously I would want to invest in my family. Yes, I would want to dedicate a lot of my time to my family. Of course, that should be basics. Like if someone has to tell you that that's what they plan on doing when they're a billionaire, why are you telling me that? That just should be a given. So, like I said, it's easy to say that. It's easy for me to sit here and say that I'd want to do something that kind of puts me out there in the normality world a little bit. It's easy for me to say that, but I could be a billionaire and do exactly what you're saying and just go invest and maybe start my own business or something or enjoy life.
You can still go into grocery stores and shop. You could still Go into a coffee shop and get a coffee. You can still live in some type of.
You're not getting what I'm saying. But
I know you want you. We already agreed that I know where you're at. I'm just saying, like.
But you're making it sound like you could still go into this and do what I want. Like what as in like. No, going into a grocery store would fix what I'm saying or what I'm wanting.
It won't. But I don't know. It's just hard for me to comprehend, maybe, because like we've lived. You also a lot of your life in that normality of showing up to do something, and it's just when you don't have to.
And maybe that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm saying this is because ever since I was 14. Young, like I've been. I mean, everybody has when it comes to school, but then I've also had, if you might, maybe I don't know about you, but I've had some extracurricular things I've done, sports. I've always been on like kind of like a schedule, kind of showing up to things, being reliable. I've always been in that kind of world, and I feel like if I just skip over that for 20 years, it could be nice to kind of go back to my roots a little bit for just, like I said, around like 40, 50 years old, just to kind of something half a day thing, like that's it. That's all I'm saying.
I was roasting everybody. Somebody told me they would Instacart when they're bored. And I was like,
probably not Instacart. I can kind of see what they're saying, but I wouldn't.
Couldn't do that, bro.
When I say like gotta work at a job, it's kind of hard to explain exactly what I'm talking about, but something that's also kind of enjoyable.
I was about to say, if you could give me
like I can't think of an example for myself. I can't think of an example for myself, but I can think of an example for somebody else. For like if you're really into music, or like I told you, one of my associates at my last store loves the music world. For example, if I was him working at like a music place or working at a place that sells instruments just so you can kind of play around with instruments, kind of tune them, sell them to customers if you wanted to. Something like that could be nice for somebody. You have like 5 to 10 people that you work with. You show up, you fix a couple guitars or something. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like you love that kind of stuff. You love.
So what's your passion? So that's what this goes back to. Is if you have all the money in the world, wouldn't you just be finding a way to live that passion out? You could still find a schedule to be on that type of time, but you'd be.
We're still about to go back. I'm saying I like the idea of like I don't have to be in charge of it. I don't have to be.
I'm not saying
one with my hands
in charge, but like. What would be the thing that you showed up to?
That's the thing that I would have to think about.
What's your passion?
It's something I'd have to think about. I'm not too sure. But like I said, like...
Because for me, if I'm doing what you're saying, it wouldn't necessarily be in Pensacola, but I could go to work for like ESPN or something. And I could be in those rooms writing the script. Like when they read the teleprompter, I could be in those rooms writing the script.
Yeah.
Or I could be like courtside... helping like kind of keep them updated on stats at the scores table.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Or I could go back to school and do sportscasting and like major in sportscasting and go do that if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But again, I'm doing something that I'm passionate about and keeping that normality. The thing is, you aren't giving me.
Well, that's the whole point of it. That's what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah,
you're saying exactly what I just said. Yeah, I haven't been able to tell you exactly what this is what I would want to work. This is what I would want to do because I'm not too sure. We're talking about, like I said, being a billionaire 20, 30 years down the road. Like that's what we're talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't know what I would want to do 20, 30 years down the road. But the things that you kind of mentioned, me and you have some of the same interests. That could be something I'd be interested in. Seeing stat lines, working maybe in the sports world, even if it's on the field, it doesn't have to be like anything super cool, but just being there.
You could be a photographer. Like
exactly, like that's something I could
be lit.
Yeah, that's exactly like I could be there for like I don't know the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm their photographer every Sunday night or every Sundays when they play. Like that's what I'm kind of talking.
Okay, so if you're doing something like that, now we're seeing eye to eye. I was just confused as to like. I
told you from the get. It could be anything. It could be a job that you could be a job that you like.
To you.
No, that's
rerun the tape.
Challenge flag.
Challenge flag.
I know I said this. I know this, and you know I have bad memory. I don't know exactly how I said it, but I said that it doesn't have to be like I have to work at Walmart type shit. It could be something that you like, something that you enjoy, something that you can enjoy going to work. I didn't say it has to be exactly how you said it, but me saying it could be something you enjoy is exactly what you just mentioned.
I've said that in the past too. We're seeing closer.
I would enjoy
a scope.
Getting a job in like the sports world, having people I work with, living in this type of world. And I guess now that I'm mentioning it, working in sports isn't exactly normality, but
it's normal for some people.
For some people, it is. So, Oh yeah, I show up to a place.
Obviously,
I have a responsibility.
Your money will help you break into the market.
Would I use my money to get into the market? Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna go to school, pay for yourself, even if you're failing. You could pay to retake classes endlessly. You could make connections and get into the sports field if that's what you actually love doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's really what I'm saying. So I think me and you are starting to get on the same page a little bit. I think you got too caught up in the shift part. I said shift, and you were like,
you said shift.
Hell no. You said clock in.
You said
clock
shift,
in,
and you said uniform, and I was like,
yeah.
You lost.
But yeah, I think I was being too broad with it because what I said about uniform is like,
yeah,
almost what I have right now.
A uniform, but
technically,
still.
but I can choose the shirt I wear. I can choose the pants I wear. I can choose the shoes that I wear.
Technically, I mean, you can't.
I can't pull up.
You can't wear the same
some Nikes.
You can't do the pants you like. Your shirt's technically out of dress code.
Why not? I can just wear some black pants, blue pants, khaki pants.
I know, but if you want to wear green pants one day, can you wear green pants?
Yeah, I think you can at the store. Pretty sure you can if you do green and white. I'm pretty sure you can.
It's navy blue, khaki, black.
I don't give a damn, bro. What the hell?
Exactly.
Apparently this shirt isn't even dress code.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Like what?
We're talking about a freaking grocery store, though. I made it very clear.
Yeah.
I made it very clear.
It wasn't clear enough to me because I was still puzzled. I was like, this man's talking about
you just made it slow because
and uniform.
Which I will admit, I wasn't super.
No, you never.
I didn't clarify
you never
when
clearly
I said uniform.
I want to work in a field where I could be normal, but it's still something that is.
What do you? Let's run this thing.
You said I want to be normal.
I literally said.
So let me go around people.
No.
You said let me be normal. So let me go around people and work a 4-hour shift just to make sure I'm still plugged into normal life. That's what you said. You never said once.
Did I not say that? I'm not talking about.
And then you started talking about like friends, and I was like.
But did I not say that it doesn't have to be me working at Walmart 4 hours at Walmart? It could be something that you enjoy.
Yeah. You said Walmart weird as fuck, by the way.
Walmart?
You said it's so weird. It throws me off.
How you say Walmart?
Not like that.
Say it.
Walmart?
Walmart. That's
You said
Walmart. Walmart.
I don't know. It sounds
weird.
There's
nothing wrong with how I said Walmart.
God, I thought you just said it weird again, but
Walmart.
Plug it. Hey, if I win $1 billion.
I don't even care what you want to do anymore. You know, piss me off.
What if you win $20 million?
20 million?
Yeah. Are you still? I know I'm gonna ruin all your chances of moving up the ladder because I'm gonna run this back for whoever makes the decisions. But if you win $20 million, you still climbing the ladder, or are you gonna do what you do still? Because $20 million can still break you into that industry, and then you can work in that industry.
Okay.
What was your question? Loud. That's gonna be fun on the recording.
What was your question?
Would you use $20 million to help you break into the industry of your passion, or would you still ride out this? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, $20 million is not enough. I'd keep doing this."
20 million is enough because I can buy properties, I can invest, I can do things like that.
Okay, so you're not completely.
Completely? Like I was ever?
No, there's some people who literally can't see past what's in front of them. Like yes,
because I can be an owner of property. I can invest. I can start my own business. I can really do. My options are unlimited. And I also have plenty of money to survive for a while.
I think that's the lesson, is to kind of break out of the norm and still see that there's other ways to get to where you want to get to. Because people get worried about, like, what if I fail? That money isn't necessarily to be like you can live off of it forever, but you get more opportunities to fail and get back up and fail and get back up.
You definitely could live off $20 million. But obviously, when you have $20 million, you start spending things that you probably shouldn't be spending.
$20 million is a lot harder to live off of if you're not going to use it to work for you, which a lot of people's issue when I've talked to them with winning big money or winning a big jackpot is the fact that they wouldn't know how to.
Well, I feel like, and I think I was going to say you should get a financial advisor, but I was actually told today that somebody won the Powerball or something like that, won a lot of money, got a financial advisor, killed him.
The financial advisor killed him? It's a tough world. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here.
But no, I even though that happened, I'd still say I'd probably want a financial advisor.
I don't know if I'd necessarily hire someone.
It doesn't have to be somebody that I'm hiring or pay. I would want to pay them, but I was thinking more like it could be like.
That's one of the. I think
like you could be like I would be like, hey, Mom, you trying to be my financial advisor? Because I know you're really smart with money. You know you're smart with stuff. You don't have to like. It's obviously it's not like you clock in at this time and you leave by this time. But it's just like, hey, every once in a while, if I want to meet up with you and talk to you about some stuff and see what you think, you know, I don't exactly know how it works. I'm just kind of
No, I mean, it's cool. You trust me, but that would be like the opposite of what they would tell you to do. Like, obviously, I wouldn't try to like rob you, but I'm saying like.
So that is a thing.
If you
so no,
won,
no. If I really want,
if you won, they would try to stray you away from picking somebody who's your friend, because they feel like you wouldn't get the best advice from me.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's what they would think.
Nah, fuck you then. I'm gonna get somebody else.
Which
moms.
That's one of the moms is a good one. I think your mom has a heart of gold. She wouldn't kill you or try to rob you, right?
I hope.
I know you'd be paying tithes on that money. That's for sure. That's the one thing she gonna enforce on you. That 10%, right? But
no, what you talking crazy right now?
Yeah, saying.
Based
on what moms would be on, that's what I feel like would happen.
$100 a week or something.
Nah, it's 10%. That's what tithes are.
I don't give a damn what it is. I'm not doing that.
You hear that, mom? Nah, but like.
But my thing is, my mom could be it, but she would also need one for herself because she gonna get the bag too.
Yeah. So I think that's part of the time where you like use your influence and use your money to kind of go up the ladder. That's one of the times you actually need to go reach out to like the big heads, the people who are who deal with multi-million-dollar accounts and stuff like that. But I don't know. Only way I'm gonna become a millionaire is off this because I'm bad luck. I ain't hitting no numbers anytime soon.
But speaking of bad luck, let's go ahead and pick your loss for the week.
Oh, no. That man dropped to the phone. You getting real spicy for somebody who lost this week.
But I'm what? 8-0?
Pretty sure there's not an O next to it anymore if you lost. That's kind of how it works.
8-1?
Yeah.
I'm still feeling pretty good. Because you're probably going to say some... That's the thing is you try to do too many things that are spicy.
Well, I'm not betting on the Jags this week. Love my boys.
Sure?
But I'm not doing it. Even though, let's be real, the Chiefs didn't look great last week, but...
We played the Saints, by the way.
That should be a good game.
Yeah, because we're both trash.
Yeah.
Vikings and the Bills. No Josh Allen.
Ooh. Well, is that confirmed yet? They said it's something to monitor, but is it confirmed that he's out for this game?
No idea.
Okay.
Hey, but
I keep stepping on the cold lines.
Hey, I'm getting tired of this man.
Let me
he keep hitting my damn feet.
I'm
Look,
sorry.
I know y'all can't see it, but I got my feet literally right in front of my chair.
Yeah.
This man's like.
Yeah, I'm kind of extended. It's not that bad. It's not.
Like, damn, I can't move my feet.
I'm not. It's not that bad. It's not that extended.
My god.
It's not extended. I think this is the first time we've gone like real life podcast and not so much football.
Yeah, this is the first time.
I feel like Teal. No, I mean like for Teal and Steel though. I feel like Teal and Steel could have a little bit of regular talk in there.
Okay.
We did movie once. I want to get back to movie podcast, and I got a set for it.
You do.
We should.
You do.
We should get back to movie podcast.
They have the Chargers and the 49ers. There's no really great games.
Ooh. Who you like for that one?
Trash.
You're tweaking. The Niners are not trash. They have bad losses, but they're not trash.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the Rams and the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, they're both trash. That's true.
That's why I was like, no, Chargers and Niners, they're not. I like the Niners.
Okay, we're both on the same page on that.
Cowboys and Packers.
I don't care about either of them, but yeah, I got Cowboys.
I mean, it depends. I guess we could go depending on where Josh. I mean, if Josh Allen's playing, I'm going Bills.
Me too, but
Cleveland versus Miami.
Who you like there? Where is it at?
Miami.
Yeah, I'm going Miami.
Seattle versus Tampa is the early game.
Ooh, who you like for that one? I like Seattle.
I don't love that one.
Okay, see, you like the guarantees.
No, I don't like the guarantees.
Try to go for the guarantees.
There's no guarantees.
This was kind of a 50-50.
This is, but I don't have a good feeling about the Bucs. I've had some games that I don't pick the main one, but
the Baltimore one, and that's when you thought everybody was healthy. And as soon as I said, "Oh, these people might be not healthy," you're like, "Whoa!"
But I still stuck with it, didn't I?
You got there, and you're like, "Fine, you could get one." Didn't work out. Didn't work out.
I guess I'll go that one. I don't love that one.
No. Keep looking at. I'm not going to force you into giving me $5.
Well, the thing is that's probably the one that we're going to agree on. The Broncos and the Titans.
You got the Titans.
You
got the Titans on that one?
just don't care enough about it.
Just,
But
obviously, you don't care.
I was
But who do you
actually-
think is gonna win?
I was leaning Broncos.
Okay, I was leaning Broncos too. Oh God, I don't even know.
New Orleans versus the Steelers. I don't even love.
That's your boys, and the team they're playing is technically trash.
But they're not.
They are. They're pretty bad.
Off the bye week.
They're a pretty bad team.
You know, I might go that one just because.
I'm not betting on the Saints. What the fuck? I just wanted to see where your headspace was at. I'm not freaking betting on the Saints.
I was actually leaning a little bit. I was leaning Pittsburgh a little bit. Lions versus the Bears.
Ooh.
It's like the worst defense of all time in the Lions.
Yeah. Justin Fields kind of breaking out.
I kind of like Chicago. Houston.
Do you remember a bet we made preseason? Jared Goff would be a top 20 quarterback. Where's he at right now?
I said he was.
That's what I'm saying. Where's he at right now? Is he 19? I feel like he's barely in the top 20 now. He had a good first 4 weeks, but now it's been downhill.
15.
Getting close.
I still believe.
It's getting close.
Texans versus the Giants.
Giants.
Jags for the Chiefs.
I'm not doing that.
Colts versus the Raiders.
God, that's Jeff Saturday's first game as the coach. Frank Wright got fired. Isn't that crazy?
No.
They went from I know you make fun of it, but people are they could be in the mix. Great running game, solid defense. Matt Ryan to put them over the top. They should make it to the playoffs.
I mean, I thought they were going to be. I didn't think they were going to be
this bad.
I didn't think they were going to be this bad. I thought they were going to be a nice little 10-7.
Win the AFC South.
9-8.
Yeah,
that's what I thought they were going to be. Commanders versus the Eagles. I guess we got to do this Seattle Tampa one.
I don't even feel okay. Let's do it, but I don't want you to feel like you have to take Tampa.
No, I'll take Tampa. I want to pick one every week, and if that's the only one that we really disagree on, I'm gonna say this. I mean, if I'm gonna bet money, if I'm gonna put something down, I'm gonna put my money on Tom Brady. So,
you picked the Ravens against Tom Brady.
Yeah, he was dealing with the wife. He was dealing with the wife.
Now he's what?
No, he's had a few weeks now to
He's 1-0 since being divorced. Is he back?
No.
Lose the wife?
I don't know. I think they'll be fine. It's another week where they'll kind of gather themselves. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin.
Tariq Woolen been balling though. I don't know if you know who that is, but
no, it's the corner.
Yeah, for Seattle.
Yeah. Who do you think I am?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I underestimated you. I feel like you could have folded, but
nah.
Terry.
Give me another name. I bet you. Off the dome. Come on, hit me.
Dwayne Eskridge.
Seattle.
What position?
It's either receiver or running back. I can't remember. It's receiver. Receiver. Hit me with another one.
I respect it.
Hit me with another one.
I respect it. Jalen Darden.
Tampa. Receiver.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Why are you going about those matchups?
You did right.
Why don't you go based off some random ass team?
Keyshawn Vaughn.
Oh. Keyshawn Vaughn. Okay. What position is he?
You're supposed to tell me. I'm not supposed to
Keyshawn
tell you.
Vaughn. That's definitely it's not a receiver name.
No, it's not.
Could
have been.
Not a running back name. Definitely a running back name.
He played for Vanderbilt.
So Keyshawn Vaughn, running back.
Yeah.
I want to say
he was supposed to be good. It's not really panned out so far. Had 1 or 2 big games in there.
The name is definitely familiar. I'm gonna go with what you think. Tell me. Ah, shit. L.A. Rams.
He played for Tampa. He plays for Tampa. He was.
You're throwing me off.
Yeah, he was supposed to take the job away from Ronald Jones at the time. It was Ronald Jones, Keyshawn Vaughn, and Giovanni Bernard, I think, were the trio. And then they brought Leonard Fournette in, and then he just kept going down the list. But I have a fun story on that one.
Okay.
To kind of close us out soon, because we have to go price picks or flip. Which, if we agree on so many of the games, we should just cook up a parlay for flip too. Which I don't have my phone, but it was rookie draft. This person had the 1-8 in the rookie draft. Keyshawn Vaughn got drafted the same year as Jalen Reagor, Justin Jefferson, all the boys. And I persuaded someone to take Keyshawn Vaughn, I think, at the 1-9 over Justin Jefferson. Because the person had, I think, Ronald Jones, and they wanted to have both Tampa running backs because, Brady and blah, blah, blah. And the person was like, yeah, that's a good deal, play defense. So he passed on Justin Jefferson at the 1-9.
I'm all the finesse kid.
But I didn't get Justin Jefferson either. I traded out of the first round. Yeah. Actually, at the 1-8, you know who I took? Jalen Reagor, I think. I think I was the Philly this draft.
I never really...
Actually, no, I took Michael Pittman. He sucked his rookie year, then I traded him, then he got good. Now he sucks again.
You're really impatient.
No, I was going for chips, man. I traded Michael Pittman to get, I think, Justin Jefferson. I traded Pittman in a pick at the time to get Justin Jefferson. And then I traded Justin Jefferson the beginning of this year to get T. Higgins in the first. Yeah.
It's pretty solid.
You gotta stay active in these dynasty leagues, man. You never know.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you never know. I have no idea.
So let's cook up a parlay. Prize picks, we did not look to see who was doing what. But again, our rule to y'all as usual: bet on good players. So
what's my rule?
Whatever Travis Kelce's reception total is, he's gonna go bananas against the Jags. Do that.
My thing is exactly what he's saying. Look for the nice matchups.
Yeah.
Bet on the good players. If you're going to lose, then lose by betting on a really good player. That typically is.
Who's stopping Davante Adams in Indianapolis? No one. So run him back.
J.C. Jackson was very disappointing. Not J.C. Jackson. Who's over there in Indy?
Gilmore? He's one of the guys. Yeah. But, I mean, they don't really have anybody in the secondary.
He's been disappointing. So even if he's on him, I wouldn't be worried about it. So
I'd go Davante Adams, Travis Kelce as a 2 play. Should be pretty easy. You could go receptions for Travis Kelce. I'm a little bit worried about yards, but I think he will get his yardage total. They'll probably bring it down a bit.
No, I would definitely go receptions. I mean, he just had 12 catches.
Yeah.
There's nothing really noticeable. Tony isn't going to – I don't think he's going to be there yet, so I wouldn't be worried about him. Juju even still was able to get 10 catches, so I think that's –
They did throw the ball 68 times. It's a bit of an anomaly. Against the Jags, I don't see them throwing 68 times. But, I mean, we have a better offense than the Titans. I don't think that's hyperbole. By any form.
Yeah. Y'all are more explosive. That's the thing about the Titans. They're not explosive. So
they play a different style of offense, obviously, but I feel like Etienne and we have receivers that could challenge the DBs out there. I just think how well our offensive line will hold up against that Kansas City front will kind of decide the game. And if our defense could even keep Kansas City to 30 points. So, high-scoring game. But yeah, bet on good players. For the flip play, though, we're both feeling. Where were they at? Bring the games up. And they should have their lines as well.
Atlanta and Carolina.
I'm leaving that out of the play.
Seattle and Tampa.
I'm leaving that out of the play.
Denver and the Titans.
I'm actually going to leave that out of the play, too.
I would leave it out, too.
Yeah.
Cleveland or Miami? Miami.
Yeah, Miami at home. We're going Miami. I think they're probably pretty big favorites. So
Pittsburgh or New Orleans, I'd honestly say
I'd leave that out of the play, too.
Lions versus the Bears.
I'd leave that out of the play, too.
There's a lot of close matchups this season.
Yeah.
Bills versus the Vikings.
Honestly, you should probably leave that out of the play, too, until you know what's happening with Josh.
You should leave it out, but if it's confirmed that Josh Allen is out, I would actually go Vikings on this one.
I would skip playing the... If Josh Allen is out, then that line's going to get moved a ton. It's going to be Vikings' huge favorites.
So it'd be smart to do it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw... Look, I'm not saying it's confirmed, but let me tell you something. I saw this TikTok of this, doctor dude.
Dr. Morse?
I don't know.
Oh. There's a lot of guys.
He said for sure a month. So he started name dropping things in the human ligaments and stuff.
Yeah, because they said it was.
I don't even know what it is.
It was in here.
TCL. I remember it sounded like the television broadcast. TLC is that what it is?
Wild. Yeah, but I don't know. You're speaking Spanish now. I don't know much about the ones in the arm, but you know what's wild? He uncorked for 70 yards. Did you see the pass? He almost hit Gabe on. He threw the ball 70 yards downfield after doing that to his elbow.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Wait till he's confirmed then.
Yeah, he might still force the game. But if you want to try to play the odds, Vikings are probably positive money right now. You could mix them in there, but I would stay out of that one, honestly. What I would bet on right now is actually probably the over in the game, depending on what the point total is. But right now, the only one I'm confidently putting money on in the parlay is Miami. So let's keep running the
Houston and New York. I go New York.
Giants.
Well, I get the hesitation. Why I believe in
I don't know.
Jags and the Chiefs.
Honestly, yeah. I feel like they have us as 9-point underdogs, so they have the Chiefs as pretty heavy money. What I would bet on, Jags to cover the point total. I think we'll be able to keep it within 9 points. Okay.
Colts to the Raiders.
I'd skip. But Raiders.
Raiders.
Honestly, Raiders, but I'd skip.
Yeah, it's tripping, but Raiders.
Okay, so we're cooking right now. Miami, Raiders, Kansas City. That's the 3 teams, right? Because I'm actually going to cook this up on Fliff.
Okay.
Bet Fliff.
Cowboys and Packers.
Cowboys. Aaron Jones might not play. Might play, but if he plays...
You know you're right. Romeo Dobbs out too. Yeah. Cowboys. Cardinals and the Rams. They're both trash. 49ers and the Chargers.
Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Niners.
Yeah.
Gang.
Yeah, gang.
And then Washington and Philly.
Philly. So we're going to cook Philly, bang, bang, Niner gang. Dallas, Kansas City, Raiders, and Miami. This is a 7-teamer. Could cook up something. That could cook up something. If I could get these exported quickly enough, I'll throw the layup.
Don't do the Jags spread. Whatever he was talking about. I don't really know what it means, but
don't do the Jags spread. You don't think we can keep it close?
No, y'all going against the Chiefs.
The Titans just kept it close.
The Titans actually don't have a terrible offense.
And we do.
I mean, y'all don't look amazing. No, y'all. I'm just trying. I'm talking shit. No, y'all aren't
I'm
bad.
confused.
No, y'all. I'm talking shit.
I'm
no,
completely confuzzled.
Y'all aren't bad. I have a feeling. I have a gut feeling. And look, I'm 8-1 against this man. What, 8-1, 9-1?
We haven't bet spreads. I bet you if we bet spreads, these would be closer. Because not every time I'm betting the team against you, I expect them to completely win.
So so depending on the spread, so what does that mean? They have to reach a certain amount of points?
You guys would have to beat that team by a certain amount of points.
Okay.
Yeah, so for example, last week when we did Raiders and Jags, I would have just bet the Jags spread because they had us losing by 13 points. I knew we weren't going to lose to the Raiders by 13 points. So I would have taken the Jags to cover the spread. Would you have think the Raiders would beat us by 2 touchdowns?
No.
Okay, so we probably wouldn't have bet that game because we're thinking the same on that. That's what the spreads kind of do. They're kind of like to even out. If you're not completely sure, you could be sure of one thing if a team could keep it close. Which I think against the spread, the Jags are a pretty good team. We've only lost by 1 score every week. When we've been 2-point, we've been double-digit underdogs in multiple of these games.
We'll see. We'll review this next week.
Did I give you a headache? This man was Lord, fucking.
Nah, because I'm really listening to this man listening about Jags and they be able to keep up with the Chiefs. That's what I'm hearing right now, and I just don't hear that. So, we'll see this next week. We'll see. If you
I'm not saying it's gonna be.
If y'all want to waste money and do that, then do your thing.
I'm not telling y'all to put money on that. The play is we agree. Kansas City's gonna win the game. Raiders are going to win their game. Miami's going to... We're only doing money lines. We're not doing any spreads on this one. So Raiders, Miami, Kansas City, Dallas, Eagles, and there's another one. Y'all can run back the tape. Honestly.
I forgot the one.
I'll pull it up. I'm definitely going to get these exported.
Eagles?
What?
Niners?
Niners. That was the one I left off.
How you know?
I know. Bang, bang, Niner game. We're going to cook that up on Fliff, and then hopefully we make a bag. I think I have $20 sitting on there. Someone just used the whole thing.
How much would you win?
We're going to have to discuss that off camera because I don't have my phone. But the more you add into the parlay...
half, right?
What?
You got half, right?
Who?
We'll talk about it.
What? Huh?
We'll come up with the decision.
All right. I think we should end this episode planning our first movie post. Because, I don't know if you remember. I already locked down KickNPost, what was it? Beats and Flicks. So it's going to be music and movies as a channel. So I locked down that name already. So I want to do the first post on that channel.
Okay. We'll have to talk about it.
November 11th.
We'll have to talk about it and come up with something.
November 11th. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We are gonna see it.
We're supposed to tune into that one, so we could talk about if it does justice to what the first. I think the first movie was great. I don't know how you feel.
It was good.
I know a lot of people had different things to say, saying that it got probably some ratings based on what it meant culturally, but I think it was a great script, good enough script.
I don't even think it was good enough. I think it was pretty solid. I think it was really solid. I enjoyed it.
I have it ranked fairly high. I wouldn't name it my number one Marvel movie, but I think it's a solid one. And I'm really interested to see what happens in this one. So maybe that could be the first one.
Possibly.
I don't know. But yeah, this has been Teal and Steel, episode 9, week 9 of the NFL. We've done 9 of these things. We're at 182 subscribers now.
Shout out to y'all.
182.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the bell.
And watch more of the Teal and Steel stuff. We'd be having fun. See, we talked about being billionaires today. We didn't even talk about football. I think that's a good conversation.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, for sure. We had some good conversations. This was the first one we kind of strayed away a little bit and got into a good conversation. Now let us know what y'all think. What would y'all do?
If y'all won $1 billion, what would you do? Comment that in the comment section.
I think I'm tripping. I think he's tripping.
We ended up coming to an agreement at the end. So
he was definitely tripping, though, right?
I don't know, but I guess this is what happens when one of the teams go on bye week.
I feel like if anything, people get the tripping. We'll see.
No. That's the thing. People aren't.
Well, good. Agree with me in the comments.
People were still telling me they had to work because they had kids.
That's what the money's for. What you need to work for? Show them a good example. Fuck that.
No, because they thought they'd run out of money.
No, that's right.
Education.
That's all I see though. Like, what would be the only purpose of that?
Yeah, to be a good example.
If
they show you as long as you're not sitting on your butt just eating and gorging on food and doing nothing, watching TV. If you're just consuming and not actually putting anything out into the world, then I can see you being a bad example for your kids. But if you're putting something out to the world, they would understand, right? But Teal and Steel, Teal won. Steelers technically won because they're on bye. We run it back next week with both teams. I think we go on bye on week 11 or something like that. So then
week 11, then we'll have a different topic. Maybe we'll come up with something. Maybe we can throw in a little topic every once in a while. Maybe before we end, we'll talk about it.
I like it. This thing's expanding, so we'll see how this thing works out. I did not switch it back to the main screen, and I'm gonna get chewed out for that.
I noticed that in the first 30 seconds.
I do like the look of it though, but I've been told otherwise by other consumers that they don't like it when it looks like that.
I've heard by the same person.
Yeah, we're revamping a lot of stuff though. We're gonna change the banner. It's going to look completely different. It's not going to be just me and Otto anymore, because it's not just me and Otto. But, anyway, that's a long... Our outros are long, huh?
It is. You said bye like 3 times.
I know. I do this with a lot of stuff.
Your mom. It's like my mom at church.
That's a foreign person thing. That's a whole other conversation.
I think that's like a church thing.
No, that's a foreign person.
People be like, all right, have a good one.
My mom does that, too.
We go walk away, see the same person. Have a good one.
We just said
like, damn. We just...
Okay, have another good one.
Then again. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of seeing you. I want to go.
He wants to go.
No, I'm not
kidding.
I'm not like in that setting.
I'm kidding. I just had to do it. But nah, shouts out to y'all for the support. Thank y'all for tuning in to Kick and Post, Teal and Steel, episode 9. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. We've been getting lucky with these cameras lately.
They've been saying that.